Alright, so the Gina Carano thing, I've made my piece on that, or just like said, I think it was stupid. Uh, Disney showed they have zero spine with that, and what fucking morons they are. But anyway, to say that, I would like to lead into this article saying this. I've kind of accepted the fact that she's probably never coming back to Star Wars. That might be a good thing because Star Wars seems like it's going downhill real fast, and it's not worth defending at this point. Yeah, I say fuck it. Let it crash and burn like the Hindenburg. And I know I use that joke a lot, but at this point, the similarities are pretty obvious. Anyway, Star Wars fans continue to pummel Lucasfilm for their heinous firing of Gina Carano. And the messed up part was she didn't know she was fired till she looked on Twitter. They didn't even have the balls to tell her to her face. Fucking cowards. Anyway, an article by Bound in the Comics. Star Wars fans are not letting up in their relentless pummeling of Lucasfilm. Good. And its official Star Wars social media channels for the heinous firing of Mandalorian's Gina Carano. Disney and Lucasfilm infamously fired Carano via a press statement from a spokesman back in February. The statement read, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. The spokesman then added, nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identity are abhorrent and unacceptable. And to that I would say, Disney, fuck you. Quite simply, fuck you. Like, literally, eat a bag of dicks, you lying cunts. Anyway, the firing came shortly after Carano shared a post from the Warrior Priesting My podcast warning about the dangers of hating your neighbor in our Instagram stories. The post read, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. It then included a quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them, simply for being Jews. How is that different from hating someone for their political views? And again, Disney, go fuck yourselves. How is that hateful or abhorrent? You lying, hypocritical pieces of fucking shit. Anyway, finally included an image of children with blunt weapons chasing down a woman in undress. Shortly after Carano's firing, fans began flooding Star Wars official media channels and posts with pro-Gina Carano messages, and they haven't let their foot up off the gas. The most recent Star Wars YouTube upload titled Star Wars Vision Sneak Peek Goodbye to the Bad Batch and more sees fans still expressing their support for Carano and pummeling Disney for firing her. Again, good. Yeah, it's, as one person on there put it, it's hypocritical. Many fans shared a quote from Gene Del Virico, or I think that's how you pronounce it, Vecchio, that he shared in an article for Forbes about Carano's firing. Matthew Fritz wrote, Disney's firing of Gina Carano is confusing and hypocritical, lacking sound management, Forbes. Steele first wrote, Gina Carano pointed out that the normalizing hatred of people who with different beliefs, religious or political, is bad. Disney hated that, so they fired her. Rob Q.O. quotes George Lucas, I've kind of lost control of Star Wars, so it's gone off on a different path than what I would have intended. George quoted Carano, don't try to ruin my life with lies when yours can be ruined with the truth. Darth Revan shared, not the actual character, but someone who uses that on Twitter as a username, shared a quote attributed to Cardinal Richelieu, I don't know. If you give me 6 lines written by the hand of the most honest of men, I will find something in it which will hang him. Oh, it's attributed to him. Jeff Davey shared a quote from Chris Gore. Your job is to entertain me, not lecture me. Back in the day when Star Wars was first made, I feel like they were checking one box. It was called fun. And now there's a million boxes that must be checked. And this is where you end up with the last Star Wars movie by Jar Jar Abrams is unwatchable. I mean, it's garbage. It informs us to exactly everything wrong with the studio system. It's terrible, Chris Gore. He also had another good point. He said Lucas would probably not be able to do work in Hollywood as it is now, and I agree. Like the next George Lucas will probably have a lot of difficulties doing stuff when he arises or she arises. GNH wrote, this channel has 3.57 million subs, and you can only get 2K likes on 30K views. That is less than 1% engagement. Where are all those new Star Wars fans that love The Last Jedi? Levi Ackerman shared the quote from Forbes. Disney's firing of Gina Carano is confusing and hypocritical, lacking sound management. Judge Jace wrote, Disney's firing of Gina Carano is confusing and hypocritical, lacking... Okay. Mr. Z wrote, we will not forget and we will not forgive. We don't want your apology. We want change. Justice for the fans and justice for the people who have lost opportunities because of the agenda driven by psychos that work for Kathleen Kennedy. Justice for Star Wars, which has been warped to reflect someone else's toxic views. And that is the end of the article. And I say it again. Fuck Disney. Fuck their spokesperson. Fuck Bob Iger. Fuck Bob Chapek. Screw them. They don't deserve your money. Stop giving Disney money. Unless you're like a fan-tard of Disney, in which case, or you're a bootlicker, in which case, go on being a chump. Just keep on at it. And yeah, Disney can fuck itself for all I care. I'm glad they are one of the most hated companies now, or I think they're one of the more hated companies now because they are scum. They are lazy. And they are pricks. They are idiots who bungled one of the best franchises ever made. And George Lucas should have never sold. I know the fans are kind of to blame for that, but at the same time, he should have never sold it to Disney. He should have sold it to someone else who actually gave a damn. Because the people they have doing it now are hacks who suck at their job. At least George Lucas made something that was interesting. These people couldn't make interesting if they had a concept handed to them for free. And that's the article. How many times can I say fuck Disney before it gets old? Because it never gets old. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And have a nice day. Remember, the game was rigged from the start.